I shopped my stash and I picked up some makeup that I was neglecting in my collection, especially because I did recently a huge declutter on my foundation, concealer and cream products. I'm going to link the videos down if you are interested to watch. But during that time I had a revelation that I have so many products that I have not used and they are going to be bad in a few months or years if I'm not going to do that. We are going to discover oldie and goodie favorites of mine. Let's just get started and don't waste more time. I didn't show you the shopping process because I wanted to move a little bit quick, so I will just show you the products and we are going to enjoy the process. We are going to start with the primer. This is by Saie. It is a luminizing primer. What this does, it is enhancing the glow. I like to use this especially when I'm working with a more matte foundation. And I like to apply it not to all my face, but especially in the areas that I like to highlight more, if that makes sense. I rediscovered this in my collection and I really enjoy it. This is by Purito, is the Cica Clearing BB Cream. The shade that I have is 21 Light Beige. I got this a while ago from Stylevana and it has a more grayish. This is something usual for those kind of K-beauty products, but however you are going to see on my skin it is not that bad. So to buff this in, I'm going to use the Details by Tati brush EX2, which is this one. I like to use this for any kind of cream products, including foundation. And you can see that the grayish tone of this product is diminishing once I'm starting to buff this. Actually, guys, when I'm recording this video, we are at the beginning of year. We are on January 1st. And I wanted to have just a chill video because I wanted to apply makeup on my face. I want to have makeup on the first day of the year. And I said why I would not open the camera, sit down and chat with you while I'm applying my makeup. So you can see the difference with and without the Purito BB cream. I think it does a nice coverage on my skin. And what I like about this is that it doesn't look like foundation skin. It is a really nice blending and also contains Cica that is really good for my skin. My type of skin loves Cica. Anything Cica. Actually, I have underneath a Cica infused cream by Sephora that I got it in the Advent calendar. And I know the next video I should record for you guys is the try on of the Advent calendar 2025. I just love the natural finish this BB cream offers. I actually highly recommend it. I don't know why I didn't use it, to be honest. I kind of forgot about it. I have done a huge declutter. I will link the videos down below because they are already up by the time you are going to see this. But yeah, during that declutter, I was able to find my makeup. So I'm very happy to have this again in my rotation. Another rediscover of mine is the Hourglass concealer. Actually, this shade, it's slightly too light for me. It's at the limit. But I like it. It is so creamy and you only need a tiny little bit. The brush that I use to blend with is the Details by Tati EX4. I really want to get another set from her. Probably I will take the Fundamentals. And look how nice and well blended. We have a shiny day today, so I have quite natural light. And I'm recording, we are nearly at the lunchtime. So you can see this in natural light. I have some lights here, but mostly it's natural light. It looks really nice. For the rest of the makeup that I'm showing, I'm going to do a voiceover later because the background is a little bit noisy. So I continued to apply my eyeshadow primer. I used this time the Kiko Milano, it doesn't have a shade, but it's the neutral eye base. And I blended this first with my fingers and then I used the same Tati brush that I used for blending the concealer because it's really nice and helps to spread the product. And later I went and I set everything with the Huda Beauty powder. This is the Baby Bake in the shade Sugar Cookie. Actually, I like this powder so much, including for the face. I'm thinking to get a full size because this is quite inconvenient to dip in a full size brush or even the sponge, but for setting the under eye area and the lid, it is perfect. So what I did, I set my concealer and my eyeshadow primer, and then I went and did my lips because, you know, I don't like the look of my bare lips. I used a oldie, but a goodie. Actually, it's not that old. This is in my collection since 2025. Makeup Forever Artist Color Extreme Pencil, and the shade is Sacie Huda. It's a creamy, beautiful shade and it lasts all a day. And for the lips, I went with this trio by Charlotte Tilbury that I bought it during holiday season. And forgive me, but I'm not able to tell you the shade name because all the shades are written very small in this very little tiny cap area, so I have no idea which one it is because since I got it I mixed them up. So even if it was written on the label and on top, now I'm not sure which shade I used, but I think this is the darkest shade, and actually it looks beautifully together with the liner, and this has a sheen compared to the Pillow Talk that doesn't have one. I then moved to the bronzer, so I used one of my all-time favorite Makeup by Mario Sculpt Transforming Skin Enhancer in the shade Light Medium, and I applied this with the Refre LC02 brush that it's very good for this purpose. I pulled out this Patrick Ta. This is the Double Take Cream and Powder Blush in Not Too Much, and this time I decided to follow the directions of the specialist, of the creator, and I first went with the powder with Tati EX3 brush. So I used one of the sides of the brush to apply the powder shade, and then I followed with the cream because I know that this is how makeup or Mario recommends to use this product. I never did this. I always did the cream and then the powder. Now, from whatever reason, I switched the brush and I used the clean side to apply the cream to not clog the bristles of the brush. Followed by that, I went and set up the face with the Catrice Nude Illusion Loose Powder. Actually, this is a oldie. It was old but sealed in my collection. I have it for many years. I hope it's still okay because I used it a few times. I didn't get any breakouts. Being sealed, I think it was not exposed to any germs, and I love this so much. This is my favorite powder that I discovered, period. It's discontinued right now. They have other version that is also good, but I think this one has talc. Now the trend is without talc. They have a variant that is also good, so I will link that one, but because I have this in my collection, I'm going to use it. Moving on, I want to do my brows. Actually, what I'm going to use is this Build a Brow by Maybelline, and it has a gel on the side, but I'm only going to fill in a bit because I'm growing my brows and my lashes. I grew my brows and my lashes using my Grande Trio, and I have nice brows. I'm only filling a little bit, and she has some brows now. You know what? I'm going to use the gel part also to tame in. And look, the brows are so fluffy. I also pulled out this Primebrow Tinted Brows Gem. Tinted Brow Gel, not gem. But I think now having so many hair strokes, I can use this by itself. For the eye makeup, I pulled out this Viseart, the Petite Matte Neutral eyeshadow palette, and it is so beautiful. It has all the neutral shades you need for your everyday, so you don't need other shades. So we are going to take Sonia G T5. Actually, this is my latest Sonia G brush. Actually, if I would have not set my lid, I could have used this shade from the palette to do so, but since I use it, I'm going to skip it, and I'm going to take this shade to use it as my transition. The shades don't have name. And I'm going to use the same shade to run it underneath my eyes. Then I used this shade. And with a more pointy blending brush, this is the Wayne Gas number 6. And I went and defined more the crease. Actually, this is a old school makeup technique that I used to do years back when I started doing my makeup. And what this does, it creates a ombre. I like to do this with the matte shades when I have a only matte eyeshadow palette. And next I'm going to take the Tati brush EX6, which is my favorite for the outer V, and I'm going to take in this more brown shade, but it's not completely brown, it's slightly burgundy. This brush is perfect to place shadow on the outer V for hooded eyes. I know that Tati likes to use this to curl her nose, but I give her another use. And you also can blend in details if you want. So for example, you can take the shade that you use for the transition and you can use that to blend. I'm going to use the same shade on my lower lashes. Actually, first I'm going to use the one that I used for the transition, and then with a more tiny little brush I'm going to take the brown shade. For my lids, I want to use a shade from this absolutely beautiful makeup by Mario Quad. So I'm going to take this shade, which is the BG2, and this is a Sonia G Builder Pro. Those shades from Makeup by Mario Quad are so beautiful. They look like they are wet, and for sure you don't need a setting spray to enhance the power. They blend by themselves. And for the outer V, I'm going to take the Sonia G Builder S, and I'm going to use this shade. It's not exactly the outer V, but it's just towards the end of the lid. So I like this combo. Actually, I was not having this look in my mind, but I love the way it came out. What I'm going to do out camera, I'm going to add liner, mascara, and then I'm going to come back. And this is the final look. Actually, I forgot to add just one single thing. I forgot to add the highlighter. So I'm going to do this now. This is by L'Oreal, the Lumi Le Glow. It's still beautiful, but I would prefer to get the glassy one. And what I did outside camera, I've added this setting spray by Elf. This is the Stay All Night Microfine Setting Mist. This is absolutely fabulous. It rivals the Charlotte Tilbury. I find they have the similar scent and they have the similar finish and staying power. However, the spray of this is phenomenal, whilst the one from Charlotte Tilbury, I mean the original one, it splashes me. So this is just a fine mist and I absolutely adore this one. This is the final look using makeup that I shopped from my stash. I will have a video where I'm going to show more new makeup because I have purchased a few products during this time while I was off, and I cannot wait to try them together with you on camera. And guys, I forgot to show you the perfume that I'm wearing, and usually this is my favorite perfume to wear on the New Year's Eve, is the Very Good Girl by Carolina Herrera. I have here the beautiful Hourglass. This is a lychee perfume. It has a lychee in opening and it's just beautiful and it's very long lasting. So yeah, love this. I don't know why. I feel like maybe because it's red also. So I feel like my New Year's Eve, it's not the same when I'm not wearing this perfume that it's now walking on its 3rd year in my collection.